Microscope, the rift within the slide. The morning sun filtered dimly through the blinds of Edison Laboratory as Maya Alvarez secured the sleek metal hinges of the microscope. She wasn't just a researcher anymore, she was an explorer, chasing whispers of a sub-visible world capable of defying imagination. There had been rumors, absurd ones, about living things that behaved like no microbe ever should, organisms glimpsed only by accident, vanishing when confirmed. Maya had received a slide anonymously, smeared with violet stain, titled only Rift. Curiosity had driven her to break protocol and examine it. The microscope's coarse focus blurred reality for a moment, then clicked into place with a crystalline sharpness. The stained sample revealed familiar plant tissue, perhaps a stem, cells neatly stacked like translucent bricks. But then she saw something impossible. There, between clusters of regular plant cells, pulsed a flicker of movement, not chemical vibrations or bacterial twitching, real rhythmic undulations, centralized in a spherical cluster that shimmered with a light of its own. There was a vortex forming within the nucleus of what looked like an ordinary cell. He adjusted the turret slowly, ratcheting up the magnification. As the objective lens clicked into its highest setting, Maya gasped. Within the mysterious orb, shapes danced, spirals of light-colored dust twisting around darkened kernels, smooth orbs colliding like plasma planets. The colors shifted independent of the visible spectrum, violet bleeding into gold, threads of cyan writhing through them. These weren't just organisms. The cell, or whatever it was, seemed to be housing an entire ecosystem not found on any known chart. Suddenly, one of the orbs ruptured on screen, sending a cascade of microfilaments spiraling up. Maya reeled back, startled as the monitor flashed violently before stabilizing. Her instruments registered a spike, heat, though no source of it touched the slide. The surrounding cells began altering before her eyes, thick walls thinning, cytoplasm flushing clear. The infection, the anomaly, whatever it was spreading, live. Alarmed yet mesmerized, she leaned closer, and then it moved. Not the microbes, not a twitch, but the entire specimen shifted inside the slide. It wasn't just alive, it was aware. She watched as the central vortex blinked twice, like an eye unopened for 1,000 years, now adjusting to light. In a rush of confusion and wonder, she realized it was mimicking her lens movement. The more she zoomed, the more it responded. Was it calculating, studying, communicating? When she blinked, the vortex reshaped into a fractal hexagon that looked eerily like the iris of a human eye. That staring presence sent a tremor through her spine, a non-verbal whisper that threaded through her mind like a dream unremembered. The power surged and went out. Darkness swallowed the lab, and Maya froze, breath caught mid-thought. Then, as the emergency LEDs hummed to life, she turned slowly back to the microscope. The vortex was gone. The cells appeared normal once more, but on the lens, fogged from within the microscope itself, a single word scrawled in condensation: observe. Maya exhaled shakily, her pulse racing. She hadn't discovered a life form. She had been invited into a microscopic world older, hungrier, and infinitely more intelligent than anything humankind had ever dared to imagine.